Show you how to install the Google Cloud SDK on a Mac. It's not too dissimilar on Windows. I have already gone to the Google Cloud documentation page and downloaded this version of the Google Cloud Software Developer Kit. I clicked here and I downloaded it to my desktop already, or you can download it to your downloads, wherever you download files, whatever you want. Once I did that, I double-clicked on the file that was downloaded to extract the files. It's just a zip file. When you extract it, you're going to get this folder here called Google Cloud SDK, and it has a bunch of stuff in it that doesn't look very helpful. But you haven't actually installed the developer's kit yet. You just extracted the files. Now, this was on my desktop. I have moved it to my user directory, Brockcraft, because that's just a convenient place to store stuff, and it won't get in the way of other stuff like my documents and my downloads and my applications. So I put it in the Google Cloud SDK. So now what I'm going to do is go to a console and actually install the file. So I've got my little shortcut to go to the terminal here. I'm going to the terminal. Actually, I can use this terminal. And if I list the files in that directory, those are the files listed in that directory, right? So to run the Google suggests that you run the installer that they have built for it so that you can automatically update your environment path and get everything working properly and see what's installed. So to do that, you need to run this shell script here, which is done by /install.sh and enter. And that will start up the Google Cloud SDK process. So I'm going to send data, but you don't have to. This will list then what different components are already installed for the SDK. Here's a key thing, particularly for Mac users: modify profile to update your path to enable shell completion. You definitely want to be able to do that. You also want to have what's called an RC file so that you can have command line interface stuff in your environment, CLIs. So enter a path to an RC file to update. You don't have to, because you want to use your username in the .bash profile. So I'm just going to leave blank and hit enter. Okay, now it's written an update to my profile. So now I need to start a new shell so that the changes will take effect. So I'm just going to close this with Command Q, quit. So I've quit the terminal. I'm going to start the terminal again. Okay, and now I should have it installed. So that should install it for you. And I'm just going to double check on their website to see that. Yeah, so I now should be able to open a new terminal and then run gcloud init, and that should start up the gcloud tools. Gcloud init. Oops. Gcloud init. Poof. And so that's great. So that means that I've been able to launch the Google Cloud SDK on my local system, and it looks like it's running fine. So they did a few diagnostics here, and it passed some checks, and I have to log in. So then I go and do the login process, and it will log in using my UW account or whatever account you use to create it, and that should do it. And now you can do all your testing with apps that you develop locally using the local test, and then you can also do it on the cloud. And that should do it.